We actually have been on a lean journey for several years, actually. And I would tell you that we actually feel that our department is better, and I didn't get paid to say that, because of lean. In fact, we actually won't give it back, because our department is one that you usually work harder and not smarter, and we decided to change that around. So originally what had happened is we had a new management team, and then we were able to convince Process Excellence to come and teach us about lean in our department.
And speaking for Process Excellence, now we come and show other people how they do it.
Yeah, oh, we actually feel like we're so much better. And we don't even think the same anymore at all. It's incorporated into pretty much everything that we do, and we proudly say that. And when we were at the other hospital, Press Downtown, that's kind of where we started out before Rust came about, we actually had our Process Excellence Lean project. And that started everything, because we really wanted to not only make the department easier, we wanted to improve the way we delivered patients' meals, but we also knew that one day we would have to do room service. Room service style meal delivery is you order what you want, when you want, still according to your diet, but it's really more like a restaurant, and you don't do everything bulk. It's just in time. And we knew they were going to make us go there, so we figured we better already get started on it. So everything that we were going to learn, we told our black belts and our green belts on our project that it had to be able to evolve into that. And actually we were able to do that in such a way that we were able to actually evolve over the years from what was a pod, where we had one, I guess, work cell. We had one work cell, we had 6 of them, and they were actually really inefficient. I went to a meeting and they showed a video, and I was actually like, oh my God, I can't even believe we allowed that stuff back then, but we did. As we worked through that project, we set things up and then decided that we knew we could do room service on our own. We did not have a consultant, it was just us. And we were actually able to do our other hospital, 450 licensed bed. I was able to split it in the middle and do room service on one side and regular service on the other side, just to test. And that's a little bit what we have here for you today. Is our goal was to look at our meal delivery system, and the goal was to provide an exceptional meal and an exceptional patient experience, and prove that restaurant quality food is possible in a hospital, darn it. And my hope is that lunch today showed you that that is actually possible. So some of our highlights from our project that helped us along the way was we were given our lean project, and we actually did lean training for every single employee on staff. And that includes the dishwasher and the guy taking out the trash, to the cooks, to the diet aides, and the management, of course. And even when we started here at Rust, that was a requirement, must-have training, and we actually go back and redo that training every year, because we want every new employee to have it, and we expect everybody to remember it, because it is part of our soul. So we piloted the Press Downtown room service, as I mentioned, which increased our patient satisfaction scores, and it did reduce costs, just like they all tell you in the brochures. And then, of course, we opened room service here at Rust, and then we went back over to downtown, and I flipped the other half of the building. And now we are actually trying to put it over at Caseman, which is our other hospital that's a little bit closer to the mountain. On this side of this little pictorial here is actually some of the information that we put in our report for our leadership team. And one of the places where we did put the room service was, of course, in mother-baby. Who better than women that are having babies to let them order what they want when they want? And as you can see, our scores just went up. Just went off the book with that, so we were real excited. And then, because we know there are many bean counters that want to really see if room service works and not just all that soft, fluff stuff. So we did some math just on some basic, and what we found was that actually what happens with room service is people order when they want, what they want, and they actually order less. Go figure. Now, of course, if Nate was upstairs, he'd be ordering the steak and probably the salmon, and he'd eat more, so he'd mess up my whole math. But really, the majority of people actually eat less. And so we were actually able to demonstrate that we were going to save over $157,000 in that one building alone. And I will tell you that my price per patient day has dropped dramatically since we started. And it has never, ever in the whole history of Presbyterian been lower than it is now. And we attribute it to not only room service, but also lean. So we brought room service here to Rust. And as you can see, we went and we were in the 90th percentile. We've practically been in the 90th percentile the whole time since Rust has been open. So we're really very excited. Our team also put together these menus. And I'll kind of show them to you. We actually created these. And we got many of our staff to help us in creating them. Our diet aides that are on the phones and meeting with our patients, our actual patients, we went and talked to them. We talked to nurses, we talked to physicians, and we created the menu we thought would work. The menu we started with is not the same menu. This is the menu we evolved with once we felt we figured it out. So one of the other things that we do here in food service is we believe also in the daily management system. We were actually one of the pilot groups that started this out, and actually we've told Process Excellence that they can't have it back. I love it. It works for us. So we all got huddle boards. This is our improvement board, but you know, we're kind of all about let's just go and get it done. But sometimes we don't even have things that we write down because we just go and do them. We talk about it in a group at huddle and then we just go start it. So, but we try and pass on the huddle information. I know today was the biggest huddle I ever saw, ever. So we'll share the information from there. We'll do any notes that they need to do. And we do always have some type of PDSA going on. In fact, we recently consolidated the call centers. I mentioned to you that I have room service here, and I have room service at the other hospital, Press Downtown, which I know you're going to tomorrow. So what we actually had was my volume there was high, my staff was too low. I needed more people. And over here, the volume was a little too low, and I had too much staff. So I could have laid somebody off or made them move, but nobody wanted to leave this beautiful place. So I was actually able to consolidate the call centers. So we now take calls for interchangeably. We use the same menu, did all the same, recipes, everything, all the processes are the same. And so now we're able to level load that, and actually things are working great. Although sometimes we're getting more orders, and so some of our cooks are going, oh my God! So, but it works out really well, and we're really very excited. So that's part of one of our PDSAs. We actually meet bi-weekly with the diet aides here and the diet aides there to discuss what's working, or if there's some little things that we have that happen here at Rust that don't happen there, and vice versa. Like the pediatric menu, they don't really have peds here yet, but we do over there. And so some of those things we like to share. So I'd like to take you just around the corner and show you our other DMS board. This is actually our second board, and we actually put our metrics right up here. And during our huddle, which we have every single day, we'll actually move to whichever one. Sometimes we start fresh Monday, and we'll talk about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and move across the board. But the staff are not always here, so they're also able to come back and see the information. If we have something that we felt like it might have dropped or there was an issue, we'll discuss it, and then we'll put those notes in the empty boxes so that people are alerted, let's be more cautious here, or, oh, we know that I know we had like our employee survey, make sure you do your survey. So we use some of those blank boxes to help disseminate that information, because even if we have our huddle every day, not all of my staff can be here. Sometimes they're running trays, or they might have a day off. And we also have a department scorecard, which is similar to the one that the company has. So we created one for us, and we actually have everybody on it. Press Downtown, Caseman Hospital, Rust, and we do a little bit of a comparison. I do include things like patient satisfaction, but I do also include things like the service level on the phones, tray cost. Room service works. I go and we actually do the math. We'll pull like 2 floors here and 2 floors at Press Downtown. Actually, it's 3 floors at Press Downtown, and we'll actually print some of the actual tickets that people order, and we'll do the analysis to see where we are, just to make sure that we're on track and saving the company money. So that's some of the work that we do here. We also do audits as part of our sustaining program. Actually, it's the end of Q3, so everybody's been doing audits at each site. The first quarter, we do whoever's the lean person in the department on that campus does theirs, and then in Q2, the manager comes and does it just to get it fresh eyes. And then Q3, we actually swap sites. So Press Downtown actually just came here and did theirs this week. And I know Marcelino's going to go to Press Downtown probably Saturday and do theirs. And the hope is that we can share and collaborate, and hopefully they'll bring back something that they saw and go, oh my gosh, we should do that. And so, and then Q4, we have 2 green belts in our department. They come and do one. And the goal is that if you can get past green belt, then usually you're doing a pretty good job. That's what I hear. So, but we post those as well. You know, we actually believe that keeps us on track, and we also have, we ask questions of the staff to make sure that they know lean as part of that audit. So, I don't know, we love lean, and we think that it really helped us to be the stronger department. I know usually food service kind of hides in the hospital. They're kind of, you know, not that strong, or, you know, people don't talk about it, but not this department. We're all about being one of the top 10 departments that people call. They call security, process excellence, and food service. That's the way it should be. So, do you have any questions that I can answer for you? I've been in the business, I've been in food service since I was 18. And you can see that's been a while. No comment from you. And I will tell you that food service is a hard industry. It's hard. It's hot, and it's labor intensive. And if you can find something that helps your staff not work so hard, then you should be doing it. And lean, I'm sorry, the flow of food in the operation is everything. And even if you're a cook or a diet aide, it's all about where you put things to make it faster and easier. We even use this tray monitoring, so we have timers going to tell us how soon to move that cart. Is there a delay? Like, I might have somebody that had a well-done steak. I need to know how long that's taking, whether or not that tray is delayed. So lean is absolutely the way to go. No doubts about it.